We did it.
We're back, baby. We're back for episode, I don't even know. Like, we're getting close to 10.
Were we supposed to keep track?
Well, I mean, for organizational purposes, you're an organized guy. That's something that's important to you. You're kind of, you're very type A when it comes to organization. I am too.
You are? This is news to me. I think I just...
You wouldn't say I'm type A?
I think I peed a little bit. I was so surprised just then.
So, you wouldn't consider me type A? Is that what you're saying?
Let me think of a gentle way to say this. No.
Yeah, no, I'm not type A, but I surround myself with some type A's. You know what I mean? So appreciate you.
We all need each other.
We do.
Type A people need to be able to fly by the seat of their pants every now and then, you know.
I would say that I don't fly by the seat of my pants. I'm a big picture guy, right? Like, I can plan well from a bird's view and, like, here's what's happening. I just need you
to do all the things.
To make sure the vision cast is completed.
Oh, this vision bull.
What are you talking about, bro?
That is the most youth pastory thing I've ever heard you say.
I tell you what, let's talk about our beverage sponsors today.
Today, we've got a special.
Oh, you got to hold that one up because that's what do we got? Oh, that was a great one.
Got some Canada Dry ginger ale.
Yeah, that's a beautiful beverage.
The old coyote gut is struggling today.
Are you?
I've been struggling for about 3 days.
Well,
ever since we got back from the
hog hunt.
The hog hunt. It was rough.
We just got back from a hog hunt with Hog Wild Adventures, and on our next episode, we're actually going to have Cade from PSC, and we're going to talk a bunch about hog hunting in Texas.
It was one of the more fun things that we've done. Like, just so target-rich environment.
Cade said it well. He said it's a target-rich environment.
Target-rich.
And so we'll spend some time talking about that. But Adam, you did have some bowel problems while we were there.
Yeah, that's what this podcast is really about, right?
Yeah, I mean,
just talking about my innards, my bowels.
It's not new. It's not something that it's not being introduced to the listener because they've already heard. If you've missed the podcast titled "No Shame,"
yeah, if you need to go back and watch that one just to have some
reference,
some context, really.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it would be something that would behoove you if we're gonna get into this right now,
because you refer to it as food rampage. You go into a food rampage. And on Friday night,
what does food rampage look like? Describe to the people what food rampage is.
It's uncontrollable. It's a bottomless pit. Like, you can just eat and eat and eat, and you just keep going, and there's just no end to it. Like, you ate like a whole chicken.
It was something like that.
And it wasn't even dead yet. You just consumed it. You know what I mean? That's a joke. Obviously, the chicken was dead.
The chicken was dead.
Yeah.
No blood drinking seances were happening.
No, there was nothing like that that took
like
place.
That.
No, the chicken was dead, but you ate you ate 3 ears of corn, or was it 4? 4 ears of corn and a whole chicken.
I ate 3 and there was one left, and
we'll ask Cade about if he was impressed by your eating ability.
I mean, it had to happen.
Well, it didn't have to happen. That was a choice you made. But here's the deal. You ate that. You ate Whataburger on the way down. You had pickled okra. We had a
lot of pickled things.
We had a lot of sodium.
We had a lot of sodium and vinegar.
Right. You'd never had pickled eggs before, and we stopped at a Buc-ee's.
I got pickled quail eggs.
Pickled quail eggs, which you thoroughly enjoyed.
They were lovely.
And then we got some green olives.
I'm not a big olive guy, but I ate a couple.
And then you just pounded okra.
Oh gosh,
the pickled okra.
I had never had pickled okra.
Yeah, until I introduced you to it.
Bradley
at Atwood's.
Yeah, he introduced
that giant
me.
jar.
We were in Chandler,
Oklahoma,
and looking for, I think,
a deer feeder. Yeah, deer feeder or a battery or something. Yeah.
And we walked down the pickled aisle, and you grabbed a substantially large jar full of pickled okra, and I was like, I've never had pickled okra, and you almost dropped the jar.
I couldn't believe it that you'd never had pickled okra before. Like you've never been to even a salad bar and said, "I'm going to try the pickled okra."
But I don't really like pickles. Like
yeah, but it doesn't taste like a pickle.
I know it does. It doesn't taste like a pickle. It has the same.
So you just took that context and just
I was
ran
like,
with
I
it.
don't really like pickles that much.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Glad we got that fixed, and now you really love pickled okra.
I do. I love pickled okra now.
Anyway, but you consumed a ton of food.
We ate a lot,
and you hadn't.
I hadn't told anybody either because I didn't want to worry anyone.
But you hadn't had a bowel movement.
I had not had a.
There was a lot of buildup.
There was a substantial. I mean, how many pounds of food do you think was in my body?
There was a lot of food in you. And when you told me I haven't gone, I was concerned at that point because I thought back, like, all right, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, half day. So there's trouble brewing.
Something, and you know what? Good old faithful that got the engine running.
What was that?
The old biscuit.
The old McDonald's biscuit.
The old McDonald's biscuit.
Yeah, Sunday morning, we stopped and got a McDonald's biscuit, and I
could tell when I woke up Sunday morning that my insides were not pleased with their current predicament.
Yeah.
And we were leaving, and you're like, "Are you hungry?" And I'm like, "Well, that's a stupid question."
Yeah, of course I can eat all the time.
Dumb. And so you said, "Well, we can stop, and what do you want to eat?" And I mean, we literally drove up upon good old faithful Mr. Ronald McDonald's house.
Yeah.
And got a biscuit,
and it happened.
And I think we got some burritos too.
We did. We each had a burrito and a sausage egg biscuit. You had cheese on yours, but because I can't do cheese anymore.
That's sad. I'd like a sausage. I would like a number 2 with no happiness, please.
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. About a year ago, all of a sudden, my body just said, "Hey, we're done with dairy." That department, we fired them.
We had some
layoffs.
downsizing.
COVID
happened,
and we had to pick a department to let go, and we let go the dairy processing department.
Unfortunately, dairy was
fired. They were let go.
They couldn't cut the cheese per se.
They couldn't do it. Hey, would you take your sunglasses off? Your hat?
Does that bother you?
Well, here's the deal. Like, we're about repping our sponsors. We're here with Canada Dry. All right. I'm over here with V8 Energy, orange, pineapple, and you got the Real Avid hat on.
I do have a Real Avid hat on.
I know, and we can't see that beautiful Real Avid logo.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing here? I love that CVA shirt.
Got a CVA shirt on.
You can't really read it because your beard's out of control. You said you were going to cut this.
Thursday
it's happening?
Thursday it's happening. I'm actually going to live stream it.
Are you really?
I'm going to live stream.
Wow.
Cutting the beard.
Maybe that guy who made that fake Adam Carter account on Facebook will tune in and watch.
Of all the people to hack and copy,
this dude Adam recently had a guy.
Why? Why me?
You're a beautiful bearded ginger man, and he thought this is a way for me to get the ladies.
Hey, this guy's got virtually no social media content, and he has about 3,000 followers on YouTube. We need to hack that guy.
Yeah, that's a guy we're going after.
You're sitting on a gold mine, Trebek.
That's right. They came after you anyway. But I've got this V8 Energy orange pineapple. Is what I'm going to be drinking this morning. Let's see if we can get a little. Oh.
That one was also very satisfying.
Did you see the?
I know, we got a little mist.
A little mist rise up out of that.
A little mist on it too.
It was beautiful, and it tastes so good. Oh, it's delicious. It's delicious. How's that Canada Dry?
My tummy feels better already.
Does it? That's good. Adam, I got some breaking news.
Oh,
breaking news! This is big time. All right, thinking back on some of our previous podcasts, if you've watched, I got a phone call from Cliff Lightsey.
Yes.
All right. Cliff is with 5L Outfitters in Florida where we alligator hunt.
China Pearl.
The China Pearl in Lake Wales, Florida that we've talked about.
Just avoid it.
Well, you don't have to worry about it now.
Oh, really?
The health department shut it down. It's closed. He called me yesterday and to inform me. He said, "Hey, bud, I just wanted to call and tell you."
Remember that place you ate at?
Remember that place that you ate at? You remember that? You remember the China Pearl?
Oh,
he said, "I just wanted to tell you that the health department stepped in and shut her down."
Oh.
And I feel like in the state of Florida, it's got to be pretty rough for the health department to shut you down, because I have seen I mean,
some of these places,
man, and I just feel like it's got to be pretty rough, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the China Pearl is no more. So next time we're in Lake Wales, maybe we just drive by and just homage it.
Just give it a salute.
Yeah.
A hat off.
That we survived it.
The old hat off, like, can't beat me.
Yeah. You know what? You just thought when you fell out of the back of that side-by-side and landed, 20 feet from a 9-foot female alligator protecting her nest.
Broke the fall with my neck.
Yeah. Luckily, my neck broke my fall. When you fell out of the back of that side-by-side.
Chiropractic adjustment.
That was one of the greatest moments. So we were alligator hunting.
Have we told this story on the podcast?
I don't think we have. We definitely need to make sure that we do that. And you know what? We're going to put up a card so people can go back and watch it.
Yeah, you can go watch it on YouTube for free. But it is like one of the most terrifying moments of my life.
So what we did is that we go alligator hunting every year. And we went with 5 outfitters, our buddy Cliff, who's loving the podcast, by the way. Cliff, he said him and his kids been driving around working on the ranch listening to the podcast.
Oh, those kids. Those poor children.
Those poor kids. Having to hear about Adam soiling himself. Just horrible things, right? Anyway, so his kids, they're tuning in to the podcast, listening. And anyway, he said that they anyway, so we go hunting with Cliff every year. We go alligator hunting, and he also gathers alligator eggs and works with the wildlife department. They mark nest, and then they go in and they gather eggs and they sell those eggs. Really an interesting process. Anyway, all that being said, these female alligators aren't real pumped about you.
They are not having any of it.
Right. And so we're going around and filming some of this process. They go up in a helicopter and they're filming. Anyway.
It was wildly interesting.
It's really, it's an educational aspect to Final Descent Outdoors.
Oh, yeah.
Really a cool thing. And then we go and kill an alligator, and then we relocate some alligators. But you went with me, and we're not relocating, but they're gathering these eggs.
Yeah, we're looking. Even then, they weren't even gathering yet. At that point, they were still in the locating process because Cliff was still going up in the chopper.
Right, going up and marking nests.
Right. So that was...
So we're there for this kind of marking the process, and they knew where one was on the ground, and we drove a side-by-side to it.
They're like, oh, this is just an 11-foot female's nest. We're just going to...
And we get out.
Pop in.
Yeah, so we get out, and we're like, here's this nest, and he's like, oh, she's close by, and their kids do this baby gator call. Yep. And we look down in the canal, and she's like 10 foot below us.
And she's there.
And she like comes up, and like she's like looking up at us, standing next to the nest.
Yeah.
And she freaking breaks.
Oh, yeah. She came up that hill. This hill is like a 50-degree angle. Like, it's not playing around.
It's steep. And she was up in 3 seconds.
She came up all the way to the top, and you and me, I believe, were in the side-by-side. I don't know how we got there. But
we got there quick, didn't we?
We were there.
Yeah, we jumped in the side-by-side.
And you had a 10-foot pole with the GoPro attached on the end of it, which she also thought that was fun. She loved that.
Oh, yeah. Stuck it in her face.
Yeah.
From in the side-by-side. But she makes this, like, velociraptor noise.
The sound that comes out of those animals...
I mean, it's a dinosaur, dude.
...is... Like, you see it on TV, and you're like, man, that's a wicked sound. But, like, when you're out in the wild and you're that close to him, like, you feel... the sound.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like a dinosaur. Like, it's Jurassic Park sound. And so she's ticked. She's running us off the nest. We get in the side-by-side, and we film it, and Adam's like, it's a giant lizard.
I remember them saying, all right, we done? And we were like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, we got all we need.
We're good here.
Yeah, we got all we need. And so we left. We go down, and we turn around, and we come back, and...
I'm sitting in the back.
Yeah, you're sitting on an ice chest in the bed of a Polaris Ranger.
On the top.
2 of his kids are on the top. And then I'm sitting next to Cliff's wife in the side-by-side. Yeah. And we're going. And we go right past this nest.
And on the ground, right next to this nest,
is a big washout.
It's a considerable washout. Yeah.
Mud puddle.
Yeah.
And I just hear, we go through this little dip, and all I hear is Adam, and I just rush and look back, and all I see is the tailgate and your butt and your feet straight up in the air.
Oh, gosh.
You flipped out the back of that Polaris Ranger.
Well, it's one of those coolers that had like the bottom of the cooler. It wasn't like the square edges. They're kind of those rounded edges. So once it started going, there was no resistance left. And I was expecting resistance, and no resistance was received.
Yeah.
And I'm holding $5,000 worth of camera equipment.
Yeah.
On my front side.
Right.
And so, like,
and your natural reaction is to protect it,
like,
not your spinal column.
Sacrifice the body.
Exactly.
So there's only one thing to do at this point, which is tuck and roll, baby, you know?
Yeah.
And I tuck and rolled on my neck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I jump out, and I've got this pole that has this GoPro on it, and I legit am thinking, I'm going to have to fight her because she's going to come and try to kill you. And I need you because I'm type B and you're type A. You know, you're my type A guy. I need you to keep things flowing. I can't lose you. You know, forget about your wife and kids.
Yeah. I'm just a big picture man. Okay.
I'll map it, but I need you to get the details for me. You know what I mean? All right. So I can't lose you. So I jumped out ready to defend you. But what were you feeling?
In that moment, well,
I mean, besides,
because you guys went about 10 feet.
I mean, immediately you hit the ground, and the first thing you're like, "Can I feel my toes? Did I break my neck?"
Honest. The first thing that came through my mind was I hit the ground and I rolled over and looked at that post where that nest was.
Yeah.
And I didn't take my eyes off it.
Yeah.
Because that $5,000 of camera equipment was going to turn into a 9-iron real quick.
Well, so when I got to you, you were lifeless.
Well, I was sitting there
I thought you were dead because I'm like, Adam, you okay, man? You can hear in the footage going, Adam, are you okay? Because you're lifeless. Your body is limp on the ground.
And the sound of your voice in the footage is a little mixture of worry and shame. It's like,
I'm not going to deny
it's
that.
like, it's not like
I was embarrassed
Adam like
for you.
It's like Adam. Like, it's this, I'm worried, but I'm also ashamed that you're here right now. Because, I mean, you guys went 12 feet. I mean, because,
well, yeah, we were
the process of stopping. So there was an approach there. Like, how legitimately long did you think something was seriously bad? Or was it all so fast that you didn't really have time to even?
Well, I mean, a lifeless body, because I think my reaction would have been different than yours. I think mine would have been hit the ground, jump up, get ready to, you played dead. You possummed it.
No, I had my hands on
I know, but
the
you
monopod because I was going to...
From your side?
Hakaka, that thing. Oh, yeah.
Why would you not get up?
Because I couldn't feel my feet at that moment. So at some point...
So it's numb.
So at some point, you just got to do what you got to do.
I'm with you. No, I respect that.
At some point, you take the situation you've been given and you just figure it out.
I respect that. I could totally see where you're coming from with it. But I got out. You're okay. The gator didn't eat you.
The shotgun mic was like backwards.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And
the equipment did not fare. It's great, but you did a good job protecting
nothing
that.
Was broken. It was all...
It ain't that camera, but it was its little brother.
It was the A7. Mm-hmm. A7. I really wouldn't have been mad if that camera got broke.
No, stop. At the time, we enjoyed it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
There's so much color with that I had to fight.
Yeah. But nonetheless, the China Pearl is no more.
China Pearl. Moment of silence for the China Pearl.
Lake Wells, Florida.
That's good.
All right. Yeah, that was enough. It's about all it deserved. So some people are probably going, what is this?
So if you can't see, I have got a maybe 3.5 foot Mickey Mouse. Looks like to be a one wood. And we had a broom.
Which is still here.
The broom doesn't have the same ergonomics.
Okay.
As the one wood has for camera adjustment. So, like, if I need to adjust my camera or your camera over here, like, see the wrist? Like,
yeah.
See the wrist movement? This is, there's ergonomics here, and I'm just trying to, and if I put it down there, I have to reach down there and get it, and I'm way too fat to do that.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I'm having stomach issues, okay?
And I
appreciate you bringing it up.
So that coyote gut, those coyote vulture enzymes are just struggle busting it. You sent me a polo recently, and you are in the bathroom, and you just said, I made a mistake, and I immediately knew what you meant.
Yeah.
It was that you ate jalapenos again. That is your nemesis.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because they're so good. I love jalapenos. You'd be proud of me. Last night, my 10th anniversary is Friday.
Oh, wow.
10th
Congratulations.
And to Casey.
Hey,
so
which that also, you threw me under the bus with your wife.
Yes, I
did. You totally threw me under the bus with your wife. That was a butthole move,
I said,
dude.
you got to send this to
That was a butthole move, dude.
I loved it.
That was a butthole move. That was cheap shot.
Cheap shot city, baby.
Like, how can I confide in you ever again about anything?
No, it was beautiful.
No, it was not.
It was beautiful.
You threw me under the bus
did.
to your wife.
I did. It was beautiful.
She hates me.
She does not hate
She's going to get in line. It's just like all the Arms Family Homestead fans hate me.
Oh, my gosh.
Now Casey hates me.
Oh, my gosh. It was beautiful. So we were at dinner at Razoo's, which I did not order any of their rat toes because they are jalapeno stuffed shrimp and crab stuffed jalapenos.
What do they call them?
They're called rat toes. Could not find a more unappetizing name for something that's really delicious.
I got a name. It's worse.
Is it?
Squirrel nipples.
What kind of restaurant? What?
So I do edit a TikTok, and it's so good.
Oh my gosh!
All right, I'm gonna play it. Okay, I gotta find it. Give me a second.
Oh my gosh!
All right, you ready for this?
All right.
How Burger King got 10 nuggets for $1 in a chicken shortage? Because that's not chicken. That's possum ankle, squirrel nipples, raccoon elbow. That's whatever they found out back when they was clocking in. Come on, man, you ain't cafeteria surprise with a medium fry.
So he said, how does Burger King have 10 nuggets for $1 during a chicken shortage? Because that's not chicken. It says possum ankle.
Possum ankle, squirrel nipple. How many squirrel nipples would you have to harvest to get one BK nugget? That's what I want to know. That's a lot of nips.
It's a lot of squirrel nipples.
You ever milked a squirrel?
So remember when the China Pearl got closed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
BK's next.
That's interesting. That's funny. So anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, we're sitting at at
Razoo's.
At Razoo's,
Oklahoma City,
and
right next to Cabela's.
Right next to Cabela's, and I say to Casey, of course, I'd been talking to her about, hey, I want to go somewhere for our anniversary, and immediately, what does she do?
She gets on Facebook and asks the world for their opinion.
We had just gotten through Brad and I talking about how there's different people in this world. There's people that they want to base their experiences off of other people's experiences, and then there's other people who want to base their experiences off of their own adventure.
Well, we had this specific conversation. We was talking about Casey, is that because that's kind of a half-truth with her, because she doesn't believe Google reviews.
No, she's not a...
If an item has 4 stars, that means nothing, because why? She doesn't know those people,
Yes.
is what she says.
And so literally what happened, I mean, there's a great example of this too. We're on Amazon, and oh gosh, I can't even remember what the item was, but we were looking for something. Oh, it was those stick vacuum cleaners, or wireless ones or whatever. And so I say, oh, there's these ones on Amazon, and they're like $100. It's not a big deal. And well, how many reviews? I said, well, it's got a 4.5-star review, and there's like 350 people that have reviewed it. And she's like, that's not enough. And I was like, well, what?
They've just got everybody that works at the factory to go on.
Yeah,
and give it
everybody at this factory. And so, and I said, well, what do you want? And I said, here's another one. It's $10 more, but there's 25,000 people that have reviewed. Oh, that one's good. I don't get it. I mean, regardless, it's Amazon, and if you didn't like it, you could just send it back. But whatever.
So nonetheless, you brought it up.
Nonetheless,
you threw me under the bus at Razoo's.
I cast you under a charter bus with no regard for life. Just threw you. And I said, she posted. This is going to make it even worse for you, so I'm sorry in advance. She had posted that.
I already saw it.
She had posted it before anything
I know, I saw it.
And then I told her about what you said.
And she edited it.
And she edited it and tagged you.
It said, I specifically want to know what Brad Clay thinks on this. I want your opinion. And when I saw the notification, it says, Casey tagged me in a post. I get this notification on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's really nice. So I click on it. And I see it, and I'm like, immediately, it's just like it just drops. And I'm like, Adam Mother flippin' Carter.
Oh gosh, I love it.
Threw me under the bus. Big time. You big time threw me under the bus.
Oh, it was beautiful.
And now your wife hates me and thinks I'm a total jackwagon.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I'm not going to argue it.
Hey, I just needed your backup because during this time we're still talking about this Amazon situation with the vacuum cleaner and other people's opinions and stuff. And I was like, look, I'm not alone. Like other people.
So other people think that you have an issue.
Yes.
Yeah, me and Brad have talked about this.
Yes.
And we think you're borderline psychopath.
Your words, not mine.
Is that what you said?
No, something along the lines of what I said. Like I believe that some people like a safety net of sorts. They like to go into something knowing somebody else has experienced it first.
Why couldn't you use somebody else's? Why couldn't you have said like
this guy Billy?
Yeah,
in Florida.
Yeah,
in the bayou that I talked to one time.
Why did you have to use me?
Sometimes you need a practical life person, a real life person, to be able to back you up on stuff. I just figured you'd want to back me up, but I guess our friendship's not there yet, is it? I'm throwing you under the bus again.
Yeah, you are. You remember that time you charged me to build this office right here?
I do.
Yep. Just
I appreciate you wanting to take care of me and my family.
No problem.
A time of hardship.
You remember that time I carried your dining room table in by myself?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Remember all that elk meat you gave me? None. None.
Remember that time that I invited you guys over, and then you were like, "Hey, never mind.
We should go to Houston instead." And I took you on a trip.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you killed a pig. We had a great time.
Did a smoked one. You did. You smashed him. Freaking dropped him. It was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, that rift. Yeah, thorn rift. Just put a gash in it. Like he was like, done. It was the kind of kill that was like. It's like he really jumped off the cliff. It really was. It was over. It was over. Casey doesn't hate you. I just want you to know Casey doesn't hate you. I don't believe you. I have to see it. The next time I see her, I'm looking into her eyes, and I'll know. I'll freaking know, man. I'll know. I'll know where I stand with your wife. I'm gonna look her right in the eyes, and I'll have a much better understanding. Oh, jeez. All right, Adam. So I've got a recent poll that I've done. Oh boy. I made a Facebook post, and it was, what are some things that you hate but everybody else loves? Okay. All right. You know what mine were? You ready? I bet one of them. What is it? One of them was Star Wars. Star Wars. It's stupid. Yeah. So dumb. I enjoy Star Wars. Not like sell my soul for it or anything, but I enjoy it. Yeah. That's good. I like, being cool. Mm-hmm. Having friends. Yeah. I'm just not a Star Wars guy. All right. I know I just insulted it, but people are like, well, check it out. I'm done. And we're done. I just couldn't get into it, I've watched a bunch of them. It's not for everybody. I enjoy watching it, but it's not something where I'm like, well, guess what? We're buying some figurines, know what I'm going to be for Halloween. Never. It was never my thing. Yeah. Like, it's okay. Harrison Ford did a good job. Yeah. I enjoyed lightsabers because I liked sword fighting. Yeah. And they made cool sounds. Yeah. I understand that. You know what one of the other ones were? Something else I hate? It's a food product. What do I hate? You'll never see me put it on anything. Tomatoes. Now, I agree. I have biblical studies. Okay. I've spent time in seminary. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Most people don't realize this, but a lot of theologians agree that a tomato was the forbidden fruit in the garden. Okay? It was the devil's fruit.
I don't even need to look up the research. I agree. I mean, what thing can be a fruit and a vegetable at the same time? Sounds deceptive. You know who else is deceptive?
Satan.
Satan.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Satan.
Fervently agree. Tomatoes. Unless they're in a salsa.
I could do that.
I like salsa.
I love salsa.
Or ketchup.
I love ketchup.
I love ketchup.
Yeah.
Or even like sometimes, like in Mexican food, sometimes they're kind of good on top of stuff. You know, like every now and then.
It's pushing it a little bit for me.
I like a pico de gallo.
Mm-hmm.
Or something.
I'm not
like
I'm not a huge pico guy. But
not a huge pico. It has to be good pico.
Yeah.
More heavy on the vinegar.
Yeah.
And the pico. But yeah.
Okay, so I say I'm still out on that. It's just not my gig. I'm not a big pico guy. But I hate tomatoes. I think it is the devil's fruit. They're disgusting, and they're good for one thing: throwing at really bad comedians on a stage.
Or salsa.
Huh?
Or salsa.
Or salsa. Right. And so tomatoes was on my list, and the other one for my gun guys, the 6.5 Creedmoor. All right.
That just made some people mad.
Oh yeah, because it's the hipster gun.
I don't like it.
It's
either.
the hipster round.
I've gone on many a hunt with you and watched that thing hit something, and
they just suck it up.
They don't like it.
I love the 6.5 bullet.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose some folks. There's some folks that are tuning in that watch because, but I'm fixing to kind of nerd out on some bullet stuff. Okay. All right. I love to bow hunt. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't nerd out as much on bow hunting because it wasn't what I grew up doing. I grew up in western Oklahoma. Like, we don't have trees, bow hunting was kind of a new thing for me. Just hand me a bow and I'll shoot it. And if it's inside 50 yards, there's a good chance I'm going to hit it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good with a bow.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't nerd out on it. I can nerd out on a gun. So the 6.5 bullet is awesome. My favorite caliber of gun of all time, 264 Win Mag.
Yeah.
6.5 bullet. Put that joker in a 7 mag casing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, essentially. Pack it with powder. Let's send that 6.5 bullet out there at about 3,500 feet per second, screaming. Okay? Kill my caribou with it. In Alaska, 530 yards. All right? Right next to me, we both shot at the same time at bulls. It was a 300 Win Mag. You can see the vapor trails. That 6.5 Creed, or that 6.5 264 Win Mag of mine. I mean, way flatter shooting than that 300 Win Mag. It's beautiful. All right, smoke that caribou. All right, he's mounted over my fireplace. We named him Rudy the Reindeer. We put a Santa hat on his head every year for Christmas. Okay, it's my favorite gun of all time. All right, my dad had one. It was his gun. It's in my gun safe over there. Awesome. The 6.5 Creedmoor, same 6.5 bullet, but it's in like a 243 casing. Like, there's not. we're sitting that sucker out there at 2,800 feet per second.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back in my younger days, I could outrun it. Uncle Rico it. I just outrun.
I don't even need to see the research. I believe it.
Yeah, that's right. You don't need to research. Just believe me. All right. I could run 2,900 feet per second. Okay.
You see the mountains over there?
Yeah. Throw that football over them. I'm just not a fan of the 6.5 Creedmoor. I'm just not. I think it'll perform well with a certain bullet. I think you need the best bullet. I think performance for it's 129 grain bullet, and it'll do okay. But that joker doesn't need to go to a lot of other places. And I'm just not a fan of it. And when I posted that, there are people that come after me.
Yeah, there are a lot of people.
Like, what are you talking about? 6.5 Creedmoor is the greatest round ever made.
A lot of people aren't gonna be happy.
I know people are gonna be upset with me for saying this. And you know what? Come to me. That's not you. What are you doing? Are you trying to protect our viewership?
Yes.
You think we're gonna go from 6 viewers to 5?
Yes.
All right, for that one guy that's upset about me saying I don't like the 6.5 Creedmoor, I don't care. All right.
He really doesn't care.
I don't care. I don't care. All right. I'm not a fan of it. I'm just not.
He kind of does, but he doesn't.
I mean, if you say something to my face, if you tag me in a Facebook post, I might get upset. But what about for you, Adam? What is something that a lot of people like, but you don't like?
So I got to do the same category kind of thing, like
no, it doesn't have to be the same category.
A movie, a food, and a
no. You can do whatever you want.
Okay. I will do a food. that I do not like. I don't like fruit at all.
Well, I can't tell. I can't tell at all that I would have thought you to be a fruit guy.
Mm.
You know?
I don't know if that's a fat joke or a
Buddy,
manhood joke.
I'm just being. What are you talking about, bro?
I don't know
I'm
what's
just
going
being
on.
serious. I'm not being rude. Why would you take it that way?
I don't know. Maybe because it just felt like a stinger. Just felt like a little jab of sorts.
No.
But
that's squirrel nipple. All right.
Very squirrel nipple of you.
It's very squirrel nipple of you. That's going to be our thing now.
I'm not a big fruit fan. I don't really like. I just don't like it.
Okay.
Would not choose it.
Okay.
Another food. If you put cilantro on something,
okay,
you can't get me to run away faster.
Cilantro.
I don't like cilantro. Oh gosh, ginger ale is starting to awaken things in my gut.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of burps happening. I do not like. Oh gosh, I do not like.
You better not say Jesus. You better not say Jesus.
That.
You better not say Baptist. Don't you do it.
Oh gosh, I can't say that now because I go to a Baptist church.
That's right. That's right.
Baptist.
We're having a potluck after church on Sunday at the Baptist church.
Better eat pickle.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why I'm pretty sure I didn't poop for like 4 days.
Yeah, shut you down.
All the vinegar in there's like, hey, you don't need to. We took care of it. All that pickled okra's in there beating it up. Man, I'm put on the spot here. I'm gonna think for a second.
Okay, well, I'll share one that a buddy of mine, Sam Wildman, shared, and you'll be upset about this. He said mayonnaise, it's the snot of condiments.
No.
He said the snot of condiments.
Gosh.
Sam Wildman.
I don't trust that person.
You don't trust Sam?
No.
Yeah, he's originally from Louisiana. I think Mississippi. I think he's a Louisiana guy. He's a big LSU fan.
Mayonnaise is the salve of the food world.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you.
Brad gets disgusted with me because I get a sandwich with extra mayonnaise, and he says it's vile.
But your amount of mayo that you use is you put mayo on both sides of the bread, and I mean thick.
Yeah,
that's it. It's an extreme amount of mayonnaise. So you and Sam would not get along at all. Shaylin, all right. She says In-N-Out Burger, so it's overrated.
It's 100% overrated.
Okay, you agree with that one?
100% overrated.
She says she doesn't like Harry Potter.
Yeah, each their own.
And sweet tea, or any tea, and mustard.
She said 4 things. That doesn't work. It's supposed to be just 3, right?
Yeah. But I didn't say 3. I mean, it wasn't. Just some things. Just some things. All right. Lee here says popcorn.
I could see that one.
Yeah.
I mean, popcorn gives me bad heartburn. Is that weird?
Maybe.
A little bit weird.
D. Bailey with Bailey's Outdoor Shop. She says gum. Hates to chew gum.
Okay.
And potato chips.
Oh, that's sad.
I know.
What a sad existence.
Right. You know what, D? You just stick to making awesome taxidermy for us, and we'll stick to eating the potato chips. All right?
Chips are maybe my favorite snack item. I love crunchy. Crunchy's my favorite food texture.
Yeah. Heath Baber says peaches.
I agree.
You don't like peaches?
I hate.
Really?
Peaches.
Peaches?
Hate. With a passion, hate peaches. We were at Memorial Day.
Do you hate Dead American President? The band?
I don't know. Oh, is that the
Millions of peaches. I'm moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Yeah,
that was a great song.
It was a great song. My roommate Connor listened to that song way too much.
He burned you out.
Burned me out on that. He's also the reason I didn't watch The Office until I was in my 30s.
Okay.
I hate peaches too. I completely and wholeheartedly second that one.
This is a good one here. My buddy Josh Hodges. Seafood.
That's sad.
There's a lot of people. I know it is sad, but there's a lot of people who like
Oklahoma.
seafood. All right. Non-bacon pork products. So pork
like
loin,
pork chops.
pork chops, he's out on.
What?
But his last one is he hates flip-flops.
Some people don't like things between their toes.
Yeah, I could see that. It feels a little weird.
Some people don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, that's one of those to eat. There's some of those that offend you. Like to say that you don't like pork chops or pork loins or like pork butt or any of that stuff, like that's offensive to me.
Yeah. The other really funny one. A girl I went to high school with, name's Emily. She says, my ex-husband.
Wow. Wow.
I graduated high school with her ex-husband.
Wow.
That was great.
Really?
Really brought the noise.
Didn't hold back there.
No. If you knew Emily, you would know that is not something she does. Candy corn, I agree 100%, is absolute trash.
Unless you're eating it with a handful of peanuts.
I don't care what you're eating it with. It's trash.
If you eat it with a handful of
garbage.
it kind of tastes like a Snickers without the chocolate. Or like a Payday. Have you ever had a Payday?
Yeah, I've had a Payday.
It tastes like a Payday.
No, it does not. There's
100%,
no way.
100%. The first thing, because I hate candy corn. I'm 100% with you. I hate candy corn. And my dad was like, have you ever had it with peanuts? And I said, no. And he gave it to me. He said, it tastes exactly like a Payday. And I took a bite of it. It tasted exactly like a Payday.
Okay, well, Bran Hill says celery, Twizzlers.
Celery.
Man, you put a little bit of, what about ants on a log?
No.
You want to put a little peanut butter in there and
Give
put
me
some
the
raisins?
ants without the log.
But the log is made up of, it's filled with the goodness
You
of
know
peanut
what
butter.
Celery is? Crunchy water.
I know.
It's awful.
Okay. All right. What about Twizzlers?
They're awful too.
Trash.
Worst candy of all time.
All time?
All time.
All time.
All time. Worst candy. I can't think of a worse candy than Twizzlers.
It's pretty gross. And he says cough syrup. Who enjoys cough syrup?
I loved cough syrup. Dimetap.
Dimetap. The purple Dimetap. Is it good?
Every night I'm like, Mommy, I'm feeling may I have some of that Dimetap? And my parents were like,
gosh.
Have some Dimetap. Go to sleep.
All right, so I've got some more that are disturbing, though. Do you know how many people said coffee? I mean, I know you're not a big coffee guy, but you don't hate
drink
it.
it.
You don't hate it.
I just don't. I have to have coffee that doesn't taste like coffee.
Right.
Like,
you need sugar and creamer.
Sugar and cream or some kind of fancy schmancy
so
thing.
It's kind of like you like peanut butter.
Yeah.
You like raisins.
Yeah. No crunchy
Celery
water.
is coffee then. It holds your cream and sugar.
But every now and then I'll drink a black cup of coffee if it's early in the morning.
I've never seen that in my life. We've been friends a long time,
it's
and
very,
I've never.
very rare.
Yeah, it is very
like
rare.
when we were
like it happened one time.
This past week, I went in to go get a cup of coffee, and I poured. You remember that commercial that Miracle Whip came out with, where the guy makes the big old sandwich?
Yeah.
And he's about to do it, and he gets the Miracle Whip jar out, and it's gone. And he takes it and he puts it in the blender, and his wife's like, "What are you making?" And he says, "Soup." That happened to me with coffee. Like, I poured a cup of coffee and I opened the fridge. There's no milk, no cream. Looked over the jars, no sugar, no nothing. And I just took it, poured it out in the sink.
That was it. Couldn't do
Wasn't
it.
doing it.
Yeah. I want to just remind everybody that this segment is brought to you by
Burlington Northern.
Santa Fe Railroad.
Yeah.
Appreciate you as you hear the train go by in the background. How about this person, James Duncan, says ranch dressing. That's a shame.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you eat your wings with. I wonder if he's a blue cheese guy.
I like blue cheese.
I know you do. I
also like ranch, though.
I know. Now, ranch dominates blue cheese. If they got in a fist fight, ranch would absolutely beat the brakes off of blue cheese.
I think it depends on the blue cheese.
That's a lie. If they got in a fist fight, ranch would dominate blue cheese.
That blue
it would,
cheese,
like, Italian would have to come in and pull it off. Like, Italian dressing would have to come in, Thousand Island, maybe both of them, to get ranch off of blue cheese.
Now I want a Reuben. You said Thousand Island dressing. Now I want a Reuben.
Okay.
Sauerkraut.
Michael Hill, which is Brant's dad.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He says chips, chicken, and Reese's Cups. That's an interesting one.
Chicken, huh?
Yeah.
Hadn't had good chicken.
Yeah. Christy Day Rogers, her and her husband, we go to church with them. She says coffee too. She's out on the coffee. All right. My friend Bayla. You remember Bayla?
Mm-hmm.
Was a model for us. Her and her husband for a Turner Falls shoot that we did. She said goulash. She hates goulash. This is an ongoing thing because I like goulash and we go back and forth about this all
I
the
enjoy
time.
goulash.
Bayla, look at me. Can you come to me right here? Bayla, you're wrong. Goulash is amazing, and my grandma makes an incredible goulash.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't know where we were going with that.
I mean,
This was probably the most unplanned podcast we've ever had.
we didn't. We just
Sat down and hit record.
But I mean, this is we did say that we wanted this podcast to just be a glimpse in on what we do every day.
Yeah, like if we were in a vehicle, this is the conversations that we have.
This is what we would do.
Mm-hmm. This is it. This is what we do.
This is it.
Um,
Different strokes for different folks.
I love it.
You know,
Yeah,
not everybody's the same, and we weren't made that way.
we definitely weren't made that way. God has made each and every one of us individually to be who we are. He made you with a coyote gut enzyme.
Some people got it.
Some people don't. You know, some people like tomatoes. All right, they're called
And
Al
they
Qaeda
They should be
members.
shamed.
They're members of the Al Qaeda terrorists.
Cast out.
Yep.
Cast
If
out.
somebody has a garden and they're growing tomatoes, immediately you know they're a terrorist,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I believe that to be the case. But no, each and every one of us are made individually, and that's the beauty of it, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's no one and the same.
Yeah. Each one of us made in the image of God, which would be something helpful if everybody would remember every now and then when they talk to each other in our day and age.
You mean like how when you threw me under the bus with Casey? If you'd have remembered that, you know what, Brad is a child of God, and I need to not do this to him.
I just trying to make sure that she understands your fallibility.
Well,
You know.
that's pretty obvious. You know, this type B Brad here it's pretty obvious. Though you would say that we've made some improvements to our area here, right?
And we're getting faster at setting it up,
Yeah, that was quick setup today.
which makes it better. We
Mhm.
took this with intent to use it this weekend and just realized that we didn't want to.
There's too many mosquitoes outside, and it was hot in Houston, Texas, so we didn't do it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I tried to explain to Casey the mosquitoes.
It was unbelievable.
There's just nothing that you can explain the amount of
Well, that first night,
mosquitoes.
Cade killed one, and we got there too late to be able to hunt because of Buc-ee's. We'll just blame it on Buc-ee's.
Yeah, it was Buc-ee's.
We got there, and like we were filming his recovery of his hog, and you look down, and there's like 100 mosquitoes on both hands because it's the only skin exposed.
And it's
they're
not
just
an
covered.
exaggeration.
Oh no, I'm not at all.
Like that's not not at all. Like legitimately, between two hands, there had to be 100 mosquitoes on my hands, all drinking my soul.
Yeah, they're. Got that sweet meat.
That's I got an Indian ginger here. This is a rare type.
That's right.
Rare type of
I
blood.
got a ginger Wyandotte Indian here that I'm gonna drink up. Just. And it felt like a needle stabbing you because some of them were, 3.5 inches long.
Yeah, it's like
landing gear.
my hands.
He went to my hand, but he started at my elbow.
Yeah.
And he came in, he was like, and he stopped at my hand and was just like, stabbed me with a number 2 pencil.
Yeah.
And just started sucking blood out of me.
Those cameras started jibbing up because I was taking off.
Yeah, that's right.
Flying away with my hands.
That's right. That's right. How do we end this podcast, Adam?
I don't know. How about this? What's going on in your spiritual walk right now? How's the Lord speaking to you?
How's the Lord speaking to me? You know what? Man, kids are out of school.
Yeah.
It's just it's a different time because that busyness of just getting up, taking the kids to school, and they're here all the time. And so I think for me, it's just this challenge. Like, all right, I got to have a mindset change a little bit, just about fatherhood, a little bit, because they're here all the time, and you know what? They want to do something with dad all the time. They want to play catch. They want to wrestle. They want to do all those things, and it's hard because I work from home. Here in the OFDO office that you charge me to help build. And they come out.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful office. and they want to play with dad. They want to spend time with dad. And so I think I'm being challenged a little bit just about my mindset about what's important right now. You know, it's easy to get lost in work. It's easy to get lost in the busyness of just all those things. And I've got a 13-year-old who wears a size 13 shoe. He's like 5'6", growing like a weed, armpit full of hair.
Deodorant needed.
Yeah, he knows it, and so he's taking care of that. We don't have to remind him anymore. But I look at it and I think he's doing baseball camp right now as an 8th grader, and we had a moment yesterday where like he's going to be playing on the varsity baseball team next year. Like this time next year, he'll be playing with the varsity team in the summer because he'll be a freshman. A freshman in high school, bro. What just happened? And man, it's like I gotta stop and I gotta make time for this because it's going by really, really, really fast.
Blink and you'll miss it. And it's just easy to get caught up and let that stuff go by you, man. You know. And I'm glad we're doing what we're doing today. Your son's here. Yeah. Brought him over. He's playing with my 7-year-old. Your 8-year-old. Running around playing. We have no idea where they are. We're great parents. Just come tell us if you go across the street. We probably will. Okay.
That's what they said. We probably will go across the street. Perfect. Go play at the neighbor's house.
Okay.
Their mom's German, and she runs a pretty tight ship over there, you know?
Yeah, that's good.
And every once in a while I'll hear her, and she'll yell at her kids in German, and I'll be like, what did you say? She goes, if I wanted you to know what I said, I'd have said it in English. I freaking love that. That was awesome. I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay in my lane. You know what I mean? I love it. They speak German and English.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, man. No, that's kind of what's going on with me, buddy. It's just
that's
really,
a good word.
Really, as the kids are out of school, I need to make time. I was in the yard yesterday evening and played pickleball with the kids.
That is a fun game.
So much fun. We bought a pickleball set, played in the yard, had a blast.
Love playing pickleball.
So much fun. And I just got to make time to do stuff like that, man. I can't let work and the busyness just overtake me.
Yeah. If you're doing the work for the work and not the work for the kids, then it's also you can get it backwards real fast.
You can, and I think that's a major problem with men in our society today, man.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So that's what I got.
Very true.
Anyway,
very, very true.
Well, if somebody's out there, maybe you're going through something similar. You know, maybe that's a challenge for you today. Is that, man, I'm just so busy, you know, and I'm missing out on the things that are important. You know, maybe you're a dad like we are. You got 3 kids. I got 4 kids, and it's easy to just get caught up. So maybe today you're listening, watching, and maybe God's convicted your heart about that, and you'd say, man, I'm just busy. I'm not being the man. I'm not being the dad I need to be. You know, I need to make time. You know, one of the things that breaks my heart is going to a ball game and seeing a dad on his phone the whole time. You know, like on a call, like business call, or whatever. And it's like, man, you know, bro, it's going by quick.
You're not going to look back 10 years from now and think, man, remember that time I made that business deal?
Yeah.
You're going to think the times that's what I always try to remind myself of is my kids right now are at a point in time where they want to play with me.
And that time's not going to be there.
It is going to vanish.
I know it.
And I'm going to be sitting there going, oh, remember those times that I was doing whatever else I was. Like, I can't remember what I did last week, but I can remember all these really cool memories.
I feel like you know, we need to have Matthias on as a guest sometime. Maybe in a couple episodes.
We'll pick his brain a little bit.
Yeah, have Matthias on. He loves music, and we'll just speaking off of this, we should just have him on.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. He's an interesting kid.
It would be interesting.
Would be interesting. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. This was fun. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Good times. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to us talk about it. Let's have another moment of silence for the China Pearl.
The China Pearl. That's good.
That was good. Yeah, that was all. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of our podcast. It was a lot of fun. Dove through some interesting things today.
Yeah. Where can they find us?
Where can they find us? You can find Final Descent Outdoors. You can find me on Instagram at
FD Outdoors.
FD Outdoors. I forgot. I don't know.
Holy moly.
I forgot what I was. Obviously, YouTube. Give us a subscribe.
Yeah.
All right.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Give us the old thumbs up. Give us a subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Ring that bell. You can find us on Facebook, Final Descent Outdoors. You can also find us on TikTok, _FD Outdoors on TikTok. Have a lot of fun on TikTok.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, have a lot of fun on TikTok, making some fun outdoor content.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, where can people find you, buddy?
You guys can find me on just about everything at Hurley Films, HearlyFilms. I got a YouTube channel. We do family vlogs and homesteading stuff, and built a house.
Yeah, you built a house, which has been very interesting.
Yep. Still fighting the electrical beast.
Having some issues on that porch, aren't you?
Oh, boy.
Yep. Another time, another place. Thanks, guys, so much for tuning in to this week's episode. God bless you. Let's do it again, Adam. What do you think?
Oh, maybe.
All right.
Standing with my people, sakes no steeple, all